What up, what up, what up? It's your girl Mila, and I just wanted to come at y'all with a quick video today because I was thinking about, you know, just where I came from over the past several years, and I came from a place of darkness. So this video today is gonna be about how to overcome darkness and depression. Because your mental health is so important to you. And so I just want to talk to some people out there that maybe I can help to motivate or encourage. Maybe I can give you some tips and some pointers on how to exactly come out of this dark place, because it takes a lot. And a lot of people don't know. They're like, but how? How do you do that? The question the answer is really a simple answer. And it's really something that you are just gonna have to want to do. Like, it just as simple as that. And it seems like a hard task at times, especially when you're in a depressed state of mind. Some days you can't even get up out of bed. Some days you don't even feel like going to take a shower or brush your teeth. Like, it's very, very real. Some days you don't even feel like eating. You might not feel like talking to people or going to work, maybe going to school, taking care of your kids. And that's a very real thing to have to deal with. But the key to overcoming depression, for real, you just have to want to. Like, it's just no other way around it. You have to want it for yourself. Other people are going to want it for you, especially if they understand what you're going through, if they even know what you're going through, because the fact that you are depressed, you're not going to want to talk to nobody. So a lot of people may not even be knowing what's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you functional like me. At least I was. So, but yeah, the will, because we all have our own free will, but the will to want to succeed has to be there. And you really don't even need that much willpower. I believe that having the willpower is equivalent to working your faith. The Bible says you only have to have faith as small as the size of a mustard seed. Like, like probably smaller than this. You know what I mean? But that's all you gotta have. Faith that size, and you can move mountains. You just gotta believe that. And so it's the same thing when it comes to your willpower and your will, in your mind, just like God's will, just like his will. He said his will be done on earth as it is in heaven, and the same thing for you. So with the same will that you was instilled with, is the same will that comes directly from God, directly from source, the universe, whatever you want to call it, him, her. It's just God to me, just period. Or universe or source, no gender. And it's not even a gender required, because it just is. You got masculine and feminine energy, and together they do what they need to do. I smell something. It kind of smells like, it smells alcohol-y, but more like right in my nose. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, with that same will that we were blessed with, that came straight from God, is the same will that you're gonna have to exercise when it comes to making up in your mind that you want to get better. You can go see a therapist or a counselor who will help you to be able to get some things off your chest and talk about some things that you probably never would even consider talking about to anybody ever before. You probably just compartmentalize these topics and subjects in the back of your mind and just say, it don't mean that much or whatever, but it really does. So one thing that I also do is journal. Like, I write in my journal, and I used to do this a lot as a child. They called it a diary back then, dear diary. But my mama got me started journaling at a young age, as well as counseling at a young age. And so those things are not unfamiliar to me. So journaling will help you to release your thoughts. If in case you are a person who doesn't want to talk to somebody, because maybe you don't trust people and you don't want them to know your business or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Even though most counselors and therapists are bound by the code of ethics, to basically keep your information confidential, and they bound by whoever else, whatever other agencies require them to do so. So you can pretty much feel confident that a therapist or counselor, is going to be able to help you to not only achieve your goals where your mental health is concerned, but they'll also be able to help you to, just kind of figure out some things in your life. So, yeah. I had kind of lost my train of thought. And I'm losing my breath, so I got to try to calm down. Another thing is, besides journaling, another thing is music. Like, music is all that to me. Music is like the language of the soul, I believe. And I don't know if you've ever seen Disney's movie Soul. Like, y'all should watch that. Soul with Jamie Foxx. That is a great movie. I've probably seen it more than a few times. But music is definitely a way for me to release stress, as well as overcome depression, because I'm able to turn on any genre of music. I'm able to listen to any lyrics that I choose. Whatever resonates with me, whatever made me feel good at that time, I can turn it on and listen to it. And, the great thing about technology, the way it's always been, we can, rewind it and play it back as many times as we need to, with no problem. And even switch it up when you need to. So, music is, and then, another thing about music is it also helps you to communicate with other people. A lot of people don't realize that, but music is a great way to communicate with other people, especially if you resonate on a soul level. So, let me see, another way that I overcame depression and still am working on it is changing my diet, and just changing my habits, changing my daily habits, creating routines, and I do my best to try to adhere to them. It's, a change and transformation and all that kind of stuff. So I'm still working on some things, but just bear with you, girl, because one little bit of progress every day, you'll see a big difference and big results. So hey, that's one thing that I try to do, is to pay more attention to what I'm putting in my body, as far as like minerals and vitamins and nutrients and things like that. How much water am I drinking? And just limiting the amount of alcohol that I put in my system, and things like that. And I mentioned alcohol specifically because alcohol is a depressant, and it will definitely make your situation way worse than it has to be. And the thing about it is, you can't feel these onsets coming. You just know that this is what it is, because you just feel like there's a heavy load, like your spirit is in your soul is just like tired, and it makes your body physically tired as well. So you kind of want to limit how much toxins you put in your body, because the heavier the load, so to speak, the further down emotionally you're gonna feel. And the further down emotionally, or the lower you're vibrating, okay, the worse you feel. Just simple. It's just as simple as that. Yeah, you feel bad, and then you might even feel bad for feeling bad. I know I did, but just kind of try to find ways to overcome that. And it just goes back to number one, which is having the will and the desire to want to overcome these things. If you want to overcome it, you're going to be able to overcome it. You can do whatever it is you want to do. Just like a person can go out there and succeed, then a person can overcome depression and sadness, things like that. It's good to have supporters, family members, and friends that you can go to and talk to, and even just spend time with to take your mind off of whatever it is that's keeping you down. So, I did mention drugs because I don't use drugs, like that. I don't use drugs. I mean, I smoke weed every now and then, but don't tell nobody. But yeah, I don't consider that a drug. It's a herb that I take part in. But like cocaine and all the other kind of stuff. Alcohol is that was about it. Okay, and now we have to just take our time with that, even because it can be considered a drug in most places. So take care of yourself, people. If you need help with counseling, or you need somebody to talk to or whatever, you can send me a message in my inbox, in my DM. You can hit me on Instagram at Dutch.chocolate or Simply Beautiful HC on IG. Send me a message. I'll be more than happy to talk to anybody and lead you to the right path, because I know some people just may not feel like they have that guidance. They may not feel like they have anybody they can really call for anything, So yeah. Until next time, you all have a nice night. Be safe. And I will talk to you later to the next video. Have a good night.